Now, 800 CHAB presents Ask the Expert. Here's Rob Carnie.
It's the words a lot of kids don't like to hear. But then again, lots of kids love to hear it because lots of kids get excited to go back to school. But it's that time of year. Back to school season it is. And to talk about that and more, it's Greg Marcyniuk, our insurance expert at Heritage Insurance in downtown Moose Jaw. Greg, just some things, some reminders, friendly reminders for parents and guardians as that time of year approaches, hey?
That's right, Rob. And I think when you're saying who's excited, I think the parents are most excited about school coming. Gives the kids some time to get out of the house and mom and dad to actually sit back and relax. But in saying that, I think the biggest thing, especially for when your kids are starting to go to school and you're traveling to and from school, and if they're walking from your house, plan a walking route with your child and actually go with the child before school and actually walk with them, and that way they know where to go. Teach your child never to talk to strangers or accept rides or gifts from strangers. Remember that a stranger is anyone that you or your children do not know well or trust, so you want to make sure you bring that across to them. Teach your kids, whether they're walking, whether they're biking, or riding the bus to school, to obey all traffic signals, signs, and your traffic officers, and remind them to be extra careful in bad weather. And it's very important that parents obey those and don't break those, because you are, monkey see, monkey do. The kids see what your parents are doing. When driving your kids and dropping them off, make sure you try and drop them off as close to school as possible, and don't leave until they're either in the schoolyard or back into the building. If your child bikes to school, make sure that they do wear a helmet and that they meet the safety standards, because research indicate that a helmet can reduce the risk of head injury by up to 85%. As well, teach your children to arrive at the bus stop early, stay off out of the street, and wait for the bus to come to a complete stop before approaching the street. And again, watch for cars and avoid the driver's blind spot. Remind your children to always be seated at all times while they're in the bus, keeping their heads and arms inside the bus, and that they should wait until the bus comes to a complete stop when they're exiting from the bus.
And always be nice to the bus drivers. They don't have an easy life, do they?
That's right. It's a tough one, Rob. As well, make sure that your children or your child know the home phone number, they know the address, they know your work number, or the number of a trusted adult, whether it be a grandparent, aunt, uncle. The other thing is teach them how to use 911 in emergencies. It's amazing how many times these kids don't know any of this information. So just a few tips to help them get off to school on the safe side of life.
You were one of those kids that made it hard on the bus driver when you were a kid, weren't you?
Never rode the bus, Rob.
Greg Marcyniuk, Heritage Insurance, downtown Moose Jaw. These safety tips are good to review for moms and dads and kids, and we can find them online.
That's correct. NoHassleInsurance.ca, or come on down to the corner of First and Fairford and talk to any of our fine people here.
This has been Ask the Expert on 800 CHAB.